Hello, everybody. We're just going to show you some very powerful and fun things you can do with Shri Jyoti Star 10 for building yogas. This software is a million miles ahead of any other software on the market as far as being able to build just about any yoga you can imagine and then test it on your database to find which charts fit. And since it comes shipped with some 50,000 charts from the AstroDataBank, all the accurate ones, then you can do amazing things. And especially for people preparing lectures like I do and many of my colleagues, it's an incredible boon. So let me show you some tricks. So to open the custom yoga builder, which we use for building custom yogas, we could click this yoga button here, or we can go to the special menu, and it's the second item, or you can press Control Y. So when you're starting to build a new yoga, first you click the New button. That just makes everything clear and removes whatever data might be in there. And then you first would give it a name. It's good to give it a name. Find it easily later on. So we're going to do a Mahaprusha Yoga for Mars, say. So we can say Uchika Mahaprusha Yoga. And then what we're going to do, we could put a description here. It's not required, it's optional. But just so we know what we're doing, we're going to say Mars in own sign or stronger in an angle, or Kendra, it's the same thing, from the ascendant or the moon. That's the yoga we're going to create now. Some people will only do it from the ascendant, but let's assume we're going to look for the ascendant or the moon. So all we have to do now, we can leave this here, or we can just hide it just for now. We go here and we select Mars. Now this is item A. It's the basis of all the yogas. The yogas all start with item A, and you see here item A. So under item A, there's lots and lots of things you can do. And what we're going to do here is look for Mars in an angle from the ascendant. So the ascendant has to come under C here. Z item A is item C, or is conjunct C, and so forth. And down here we have in-house groups from C. So we just go here and we say angle. And then under angle, we have quite a few choices for the condition of Mars. And under strength, we have own sign or greater. So we click here, we see we've got the rule. Mars is in an angle. It has own sign or greater. And if it doesn't say where it's from, it's always assumed to be the ascendant. Now, we want to do this for the moon. It would be extremely easy to just change this to moon and click here. But just to show you one of the tools, which can be very useful in slightly more complex situations, we're going to copy this. So we right-click here on this rule box, and we copy the yoga. Now it's an OR, so we have to click OR. And then we right-click here, and we say paste yoga rules to this yoga. So now you see we've got a copy of that one here, and all we have to do is select it and go up here, and change C and make it into moon. And then we go down here to update line, and now it says from the moon. So this is the yoga we're looking for, and it will see how easy it was to create. So if we click search database, we find these are all the people in this little famous people database, just a small one. And all of them have this particular yoga. So if we click here, like Dustin Hoffman, we see that the moon and Mercury are together. But what we're interested in is Mars. Mars is here in Scorpio, in an angle to the moon. If we try Charlie Chaplin, we see that Mars is again in its own sign in an angle to the moon and the ascendant. So you'll find some cases where it's with respect to the ascendant. This is the moon again. And here Mars is in Scorpio in an angle to the ascendant. So it's following the rule correctly, and it's giving us the examples. When you click on one of the examples that it's found, then it will show you the positions of the planets, and it will mark what is involved in creating the yoga. This is quite useful because as yogas get more sophisticated, then more planets get involved. And here immediately you can see that it's Mars and the ascendant. And then you see it in the chart. You don't have to even look at the chart because it's here. But the chart is very useful. Now, if we click copy selected to primary, then Greta Garbo's chart will become the chart we're looking at in the main screen of the software. If we click make B group from list, then when we click done, and we go to the edit menu, and we look at select from native list or Control L, you see here's all the people that we found. So you can just click on them one at a time and you get all their story with dashas and tables and whatever information you want. So you can easily find examples of a particular yoga, and then you can study those charts with absolute minimum effort. It's unbelievably convenient. So I hope, this took an enormous amount of work. That's why no other software has done anything like this, because it's not something you can knock out in a few days. And it's been developing over years. I mean, version 10 is a huge step forward from version 9, and version 9 was already light years ahead of any other software. So I hope, you use it and enjoy it. So my life has not been wasted. Anyway, there you go. Enjoy this wonderful tool. And let me show you one more thing that's very interesting and useful here. So we go back to so here, let's suppose we want to make a Bhadra Mahapuruša yoga. So we can just do right click, copy yoga, and then we simply right click and say append. Now this looks the same, but it's actually a new yoga that's added to the list. All we have to do now is change the name to Bhadra. This is for Mercury. And then if we click here and change it to Mercury, and we do update, and we click here and change it to Mercury, and do update, then it's done. All we have to do is save it or do a search. When you do a search, it creates a save, automatically save. So see how fast it was. So if we have a yoga that's a bit, it has small changes, you can have multiple versions of the yoga, but each one has to be a little different. Then you can create them with great ease. And there's lots of things like that. So that's why I created this tool, because I also don't like spending a lot of my time. I like things to go quick and convenient. And that's the way I've designed the whole software. So enjoy. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get notified of I'll be making more videos. Okay.